Statistics have shown by becoming a big brother or a big sister mentor has helped at-risk children throughout the United States. By 46% of them are less likely to begin to use illegal drugs. 27% of them are less likely to begin using alcohol. 52% of them are less likely to skip school. 37% of them are less likely to skip a class. 1/3 is less likely to hit someone. It has been shown and proven that their work performance at school, amongst their peers, and in their family life has improved. They get along better with their family members, their peers, and their teachers at school. It has increased their homework. Big Brothers and Big Sisters organization has helped at-risk children. How would you like to make an impact in this world today through a child's life by just volunteering a few hours of your time to help an at-risk child? Big Brothers and Big Sisters organization, the roots go back to 1904 by a guy, the name is Ernest Coulter. He was a New York court clerk that would see children coming in court, at-risk children getting in trouble. He started beginning to mentor them and matching them up with an adult. And from there on, it just grew. And in 1977, they became the Big Brothers and the Big Sisters organization. Big Brothers and Big Sisters organization is a 5-star nonprofit organization. It is highly rated through the Better Business Bureau. They've received a Charity Seal of Excellence. They have been around for quite some time. Like I said, the roots go back to 1904, but they've been around. The organization has been a nonprofit since 1977. Big Brothers and Big Sisters has helped at-risk kids. These kids usually come from a single-parent home where a mother or a father is absent in that home. Most of the time, the mothers or the father is working full-time, trying to make ends meet, while this child is pretty much on its own because he's going to school and he's at risk because he's getting in trouble. When they bring in a mentor, this mentor will spend time with the child. There's 2 types of mentorship. One's called the community-based mentor. And this one is one-on-one with the child. It only takes a few hours of your time throughout the month where you would meet up with this child. You can go eat with this child. You could go play catch with this child. You can do almost anything, skating, sports, any kind of activity. Go watch a baseball game, Dodger game. Get to know the child. Help him with his homework. The other type is a school-based program. And this program is a one-on-one mentor as well. You do one-on-one, but it only takes place in the school. So if you volunteer for the school-based program, you'd be volunteering your time during school hours, and it would just be one-on-one with that child. These kids need us. This is our next future generation. This is the next generation. Like when we're gone, they're the ones taking over. Or when we're older, they're going to be the ones watching over us. And by you becoming a mentor and just volunteering a few hours of your time, you're making an imprint. You're making a footprint in that child's life. You're making a change within that child. These kids begin to feel wanted again. They begin to feel they begin to feel security. They begin to feel confidence. You build confidence in them. You build, you basically are their big brother or their big sister. You become, it helps lasting relationships. If you go to the website, there's testimony after testimony how these big brothers and big sister mentors has changed these child's life. They build relationships that last forever. That's helped these kids unphenomenable, kids that were just at risk. They weren't doing good. They were getting in trouble and having court ordered here and court ordered there. Once they became citizens, productive citizens. And as I read earlier, the statistics have shown how it significantly has helped. What we're asking through your work is if you volunteer to become a big brother, big sister, you have to make a 1-year commitment. And through this 1-year commitment, you have to volunteer a few hours throughout the month, either program, the community-based or the school-based. And by doing that, we are going to offer you 1 day off of work, 8 hours pay. But you must volunteer for 1 year. I would say volunteer not just to get the day off from here, from your workplace that we're willing to offer you, but volunteer because you're going to change. We're making a change in this child's life. You are helping. If it's just that one person you're helping, you are helping that one person. Big brothers, big sisters. There's a lot of movie stars, actors that volunteer for this, and 9 out of 10, I would say 8 out of 10, they volunteer for the publicity side. However, they themselves had said it has not only helped the child, but it's helped them as an adult, as an individual. So by you volunteering and becoming a big brother, big sister, it's not only going to help this child, it's life changing for these children. But not only them, it begins to impact you as a person. One person said that once they volunteer, they started volunteering for juvenile halls, started going to juvenile halls and volunteering their time, started going to community centers and volunteering their time. It makes an impact. You feel it builds your self-security or builds your self-esteem. Again, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, the organization, I would like to ask that you volunteer your time. You may say, well, what's in it for me? Try it. I want to say make a commitment to try it for at least 6 months. 6 months. Then see how it goes. Guarantee you will do the 1 year or even go more and beyond. Because a lot of times people say, oh, I'm only going to volunteer for this 1 year. And they end up being big brothers and big sisters. 8 to 10 years is the average span. Some have gone even further than that. But the average is 8 to 10 years that they volunteer. One more thing I wanted to bring out is that some people say, well, how do they match us up? There's guidelines. They do a background check on you just to make sure that, you're a productive citizen as well. But not only that, they match you up. Well, I can't even explain how they match you up, but the way they match you up is through the questionnaire, by the questions they ask you, what you like, what the child likes. And most of the time, it's a perfect match that they match you up with. And then also they want to do it where it's closer to your home or to that child's home, that you guys have a close distance. Big brothers and big sisters. It's helped them beat the odds. It's their behavioral. They become nonviolent. A lot of times these kids start off in the court systems. Once they go back to the court system, the judge even sees the turnaround. Their grades significantly improve. The judge even says, like, wow, what did they do, And the big brothers and the big sisters, they say, oh, they had a mentor. Sometimes it did start off as being court ordered. However, now it's just a volunteer time. Back when they originally started, the court would order that they join these programs, but now it's strictly volunteer. The court no longer orders these children to get a big brother, big sister. Now it's highly encouraged, and it's all volunteer basis. Like I said, it's a nonprofit organization. They like you to volunteer funds. They need funds. They do like to do trips, field trips, Disneyland. Just spending a time with a child, just showing a child that you actually care. And most of the time you're going to fall in love with these kids, and you're going to treat them almost like your own children. Go far more and beyond. Big Brothers and Big Sisters, it's a great organization. I mean, it's the biggest organization. They help support the veterans. They help support the wounded soldiers. It's just not an ordinary organization that you would volunteer for. It's an organization that makes an impact in the world, that's helping our next generation, that continues to just grow and grow, and we need more volunteers. We need you to come out and volunteer your time. And here at your work, we're offering you an incentive to volunteer, and the incentive is giving you that one